Hello, this is Andrew with Mammalian.bike, and this is a KitBrix system. Tomorrow is my first race, gravel race of 2022, and I thought it'd be a great time to showcase this system and talk about what I like and what I don't like. The TLDR is that there's very little that I don't like. I've been using this over the last few months when I go fat biking, and it has been fantastic in that application, and I expect that it will be just as fantastic in the gravel racing application. The idea here is that you have modular bags that are mostly waterproof or weatherproof. I don't know that I would want to dunk it in a lake or anything, because you would get leakage through, the zipper section here, but I would have no reservations around leaving it outside in the rain or snow or whatever. The zippers themselves are one of the few things that I don't like about it, because they're really hard to use. Like, they can be really hard to get around the corners like that. But the trade-off there, and I suspect that the reason why that is the way that it is because of the way that they seal up so tightly for weatherproofing. As I mentioned, these are modular bags. Each bag is a self-contained unit and largely weatherproof. They connect together using these zippers right here. So you could, in theory, add as many of them as you want. When they're all closed up, you can use this as a single bag. Because the zippers are kind of fidgety, I have two of them that are open at the moment. Each bag comes with a strap like this. I have two straps connected so that I can use it as a backpack. I have three of them available, but it doesn't really make sense to put three of them on. These open like this, so you can open the whole thing to move this pad around however you want, which is fantastic. I believe that the intent here is that these are for triathletes or triathlon, because each one of these bags has this set of cards that you can set for, swim, bike, run. I don't do triathlon, so I just kind of have these all set to bike. I can get that back in there. And the way that I use this is that I have different sections for different stages, much like you would in a triathlon, except that the stages here are, in my case, this is the stuff that I want to take with me on a bike. This is the stuff that I need to put on myself when I get to the event, usually like my cycling kit, glove, the hydration pack, jerseys, bibs, that kind of thing. And then this is my after. And because this is going to be an overnight kind of race, I also included my breakfast and the clothes that I want to change into afterwards. And then just in case, I have a couple of extra bags for dirty stuff. The thing I love about this is that when I'm done, I can just knock the worst of the stuff off, the dirt, the gravel, the nasty, or when I was fat biking, snow and that kind of thing. And because each one of these things is self-contained and for the most part water weatherproof internally, you can just kind of dump the things in here and not worry too much about it making a mess in other places. I did a pre-race ride of the rough road last weekend, and my kit was trashed. And I just kind of, knocked the worst of the dirt off. I put the dirty shoes in here. I put my dirty helmet in here. When I got home, I just kind of washed out the inside in the shower, and it was brilliant because the inside here is all this like really heavy plastic material. So it is fantastic for having these self-contained units of mess and organization. I should point out that there's a pouch here and then a pouch internally here where you can store things. But otherwise, it's just kind of a big hole. And that's pretty much it. I absolutely love this thing. The only major drawback to this is the price. Fortunately, my wife gave this to me as a gift, so I didn't have to think about that directly. But it is somewhat pricey. I think that the setup here is about $250. But it is fantastic for what I use it for, and Now that I have it, I would totally buy it at that price, but I don't know that I would have agreed to stomach that beforehand. Anyway, I hope you thought that was useful. If you did, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below and I will get to them as soon as I can. Thanks.